Hi and welcome. Today we'll be building a rock paper scissors application in a shell script. I'll be using Bash in the WSL, Windows Subsystem for Linux. So to save some time, I had created several snippets that I'll be uploading in the GitHub repo, and I'll share the link to the repo in the description. So feel free to look at the snippets i- if you like. So as for any shell script, the first line has to be a shebang line. So yeah. So to play rock paper scissors, the first thing we have to do is to ask a user for its input. Either so the user can select rock paper or scissor. So for that, I yeah. So this is a function that will ask the user for the input. So it will ask user for a choice: one for rock, two for paper, and three for scissors. And the choice will be stored in the variable known as usernum. So let's test this function if it works fine or not. So for that, I'll just use bash rps.sh. Yeah, so it is asking for a choice. If I press it, enter one, so it's working fine. So after getting user choice in usernum variable, we have to generate a random number that would act as a computer's choice. So for that, we'll use this this environment variable that is available in almost any Linux operating system, and this random number will give us any integer, and that integer modulo 3 will give us any number from 0, 1 or 2, and plus 1 will give us any number 1, 2 or 3. So this way we are ensuring that the computer choice is a valid number. So similar to this, we should also check for the user's input if it is a valid input or not. So for that, we'll create a function that will validate user. So it will match the username with this regular expression that can have values as 1, 2 or 3. And if it is invalid, then it will again ask the user. So it will keep asking the user for correct input until the num is a valid input. Fine. So after asking the user for the first time, we should validate uh, the user input. So let's see if this validation works fine or not. So if I press 1, it accepted everything fine. If I enter 5, it says invalid input and asks me for another number. If I press 3, it works fine. Now the next thing we have to do is to convert this comp num and user num into rock, paper or scissors, because they are more intuitive and will make comparisons, and will handle all the logic in the form of strings rather than numbers. So for that, we will create a function that will convert the number to rock, paper or scissors strings. So this function takes an argument, and then compares if the argument is 1, it returns rock. If 2, it returns paper. So in bash scripting, the return statement only returns an exit code. For any integer, string or any other kind of returns, we just print them here and then take the output in a variable. So to do that, what we'll do is, so now this part of code converts the username and comp num into user and comp, and after conversion, it will display that you chose the user, where user will be either rock, paper or scissors, and computer chose comp. So let's test this much of code if it is working fine or not. I chose rock and computer chose scissors. So now after converting the user nums into strings. Now we have to compare and find who won the match. So for that, we'll create a function as round win message. So what it will do is, it will so it takes two arguments. First argument is the user and the second argument is the comp. So the first thing is it does is it compares if a comp and user are equal, then it simply prints that it's a draw and just returns from the function. It checks if the computer is rock, then it sees. If the user is paper, it will display the u1 message, and if and otherwise it will display comp1 message. So we'll create these functions also just now. So the u1 message first prints an empty line, and then it prints u1 after some space just to emphasize the print statement, and it prints an empty line, and then it updates the user score plus one. So we will also have to keep track of the user scores, that who won how many matches. So for now we are just uh, coding the first iteration, like one game of rock paper scissors. In some time we'll code it inside a loop, and inside the loop it will ask user and computer to play 5 times, and then it will show the result, who won and who not. So for that, we'll create two variables. We'll initialize it with 0. So now what we have to do is to code it inside a loop. So while so now this loop would keep on executing until the user score plus computer score is less than 5. So after showing these two, we have to show who won the match. So we'll just call the rounded message function with user and comp as parameters. And after all the code, we like after the 5 rounds of mm, rock paper scissors, we have to show who won the game. So for that also, we'll create a function that will show a scoreboard and display who won the match. So let's see how this rock paper scissors works. Okay, I chose rock, computer chose scissors, I won. If I choose rock, I chose rock, computer chose rock, it's a draw. I chose paper, computer chose paper, and let's play some more times. And now computer score is 3, and my score is 2, and computer 1. Thanks for watching. Bye.